Ahoy, Let's Watchers! It's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. Last time we started losing to a really, really big creature. This time we'll finish losing. Let's restart the game now. Alright, so attacking. Yeah, I'm not attacking. That would be terrible. The ones who attack with his, like, enormous-y creature. What is that? Oh, it's a mountain walk guy. He's super terrible. Thank you for playing him. If he wants to attack with this enormous guy, we'll totally block with this dude. Because I don't really need a 2-2 anymore. Right. Dealt the damage to him. Oh, you're being really obnoxious about this. Okay. So, he used the ability of that Spike Shot Elder to deal 2 damage to me. Now, you may be wondering, okay, so my opponent has this 5/4 creature, and I have an 8/8 Trampler. Why on earth is he attacking into it? Well, the unfortunate thing about the Flameborn Hellion and similar creatures is that he must attack each turn if able, and there's nothing stopping him, so he's gonna attack right into my big old guy. I hope you like dying, because you're about to. Yep, got another force. Well, at least I will gain 2 life for playing it. So... yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play it now. I'm not convinced that the computer plays around cards in your hand like a real-life opponent would. Yeah, I still have nothing that's gonna survive battle with that dude. I forget if there's an overrun in this deck. If there is, I still have a chance. So I think I might be able to deal with him that way. Overrun is a sorcery, meaning you have to play it on your own turn. But it says creatures you control get +3/+3 and trample until end of turn. So even if you have like a bunch of 1 or even 0 power creatures, they'll each be at least 3/3 and have trample, making it very difficult to deal with them. Yeah, if I don't do something soon though, I'm just gonna get shot out from under that under my creatures with that Spike Shot Elder. Unfortunately, I still don't have anything that does anything. I need like 2 giant growths or an overrun, or I don't know. Not in great shape here. Draw another land, play another land. I'd really like to stop drawing lands. Because even though it slows down the Spike Shot Elder thing, it's not actually making any progress towards winning the game. I would like to win the game. Granted, it's not all that likely, but I would still like to win the game. Yeah, so he has enough mana to deal 3 damage to me each turn, so now even drawing forests isn't really stopping him from gradually killing me. Haste creature, he's a 3/2. Not a problem. Oh good, another forest. I will gain 2 life. Do nothing and pass the turn. Seriously though, I would love to stop drawing lands. I don't think that there's anything I could, like, profitably cast for 10 mana in my deck. Certainly not 11. Oh good, drew another guy who will gain me life if I keep drawing excessive amounts of land. I'm not sure I actually agree with my opponent's strategy here. If I was in his position, I would be using the Spike Shot Elder to deal damage to my small creatures and get them out of the way, so that the only thing left in his way would be my largest creatures, which still can't deal with his, like, 11 whatever, or, like, billion whatever, because he's played a couple lands. So, like, that is one way that he could win the game pretty quickly, as opposed to this really gradual grind fest. This bore of attrition. Well, I'm gonna gain 4 life and make this take even longer. See, if he was dealing with my creatures, for one, my creatures which gain me life would be dead, because they only have 2 toughness. Secondly, the game would not be at a stalemate, he would actually just be killing me. Okay, so he has the ability to increase one of his creatures' power by 2 until end of turn when he plays that creature. Volshock Heartstoker, I think it's called. Okay, so he finally figured out that he can do that. And by that I mean, like, attack me for... Don't look at the enchantment. I know what the enchantment does. I want to see how big he is. Well, as I said earlier, I'm going to block with this little guy, because I don't need him. Oh, 16. He's a 16-5. That's all. He only has 16 power. No wonder he hasn't been attacking with him. Oh good, I drew another land, so I can play it. Gain 4 life. And, okay, so he's got, what, like 100 million toughness now? So, assuming he doesn't want to block with his problem creature. Got 1, 2... No, this one's a problem. I mean, he could certainly kill my trample guy if I attack with it. If I attack with both of my trample creatures, it might be worth my time. Like, he'll have to lose a bunch of guys, and being a green deck, I don't really have a bunch of ways to deal with creatures that aren't combat. So, in the interest of getting this game over with quickly, if nothing else, I'm going to attack with both these trample guys and see how he blocks. Okay, that's a bunch of guys. I don't have any spells, I don't know why I stopped time. Alright, so... Ooh, he did block with his problem thing. That's definitely going to die first. I'm ordering blockers now. If your opponent blocks with multiple creatures, you decide what order that you're going to deal damage to them. In case, before damage actually resolves, you want to, like, increase its power and toughness or something. So, like, it would change the number of creatures you'd be able to kill. So kill big one. Yeah, just at this point kill them in order of size. Wait, what? Yep, deal some damage to him, that's cool. Alright, well, there's a lot fewer creatures in play, so I like that at least. However, he still has that enormous monstrosity. You know what? I'm not gonna block... 16. I'm not gonna block. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Great. Creature that's really good at blocking. My hope was to sort of attack with my creatures and gain life off of the copious lands that I'm drawing. And see if I could race him. But since he drew a really good blocker, I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, like, I could draw a copy of, like, Branchwood Armor, I guess. I'm not sure if that's still in here either. And changed these decks from the, there was a version of this that came out, like, 2 years ago, I want to say? And this is a version that came out, just this summer. Okay. So I'm gonna block that guy. And since he doesn't have any cards in hand, I'm gonna block his 1/1 with one of my valuable life gain creatures. I'm gonna take like 11 off of his other creature, I guess. Cause like, just chump blocking doesn't win me the game. Yeah, so watch as he slowly pays red mana to increase the power of his unblocked creature. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm probably not winning this game. Yep, you sure dealt 15 damage to my spider. Okay, Forest isn't gonna do it. In the interest of playing it out, though, I guess, yeah, why not? I'll chump block both of his guys on the next turn, and we'll see if I draw some miracle card which doesn't exist in a mono green deck. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Oh, good. I drew a card which will let me find a forest from my library. This just adds a step to my Halloween process of drawing a land for the turn. Anyway, we're done here. I'm not even going to bother letting him attack me. It just wastes more of your time. Let's see. Got enough time to start a rematch with him, I guess. And then hopefully we'll be able to finish it in the next episode, but it may take 2. I think this time we'll use the basic version of the white deck. I'm a much bigger fan of the white deck, and although it's a little more complicated, it will probably also make for a more interesting game to watch. I almost said 6 different wrong words there. If you wondered why I said like Oh, this is an excellent hand for this deck. Okay, so these creatures are 1 mana creatures with 2 power, making them really aggressive. This guy can tap a creature, which prevents it from attacking or blocking. This one, this is actually banned in Standard. It's so good. It's a 2 mana creature that lets me search out an equipment card from my deck and put it into my hand. And this is an equipment card that gives a creature +1/+1 for each creature I control. So this hand is awesome, and I'm totally going to keep it. Play a land. I think I'm going to start with the 2 power guy and try and be aggressive. Kill him before he, like, suits up a 16 power first strike creature. That's what the music sounds like, but you already know this, because you're already watching this. Alright, he didn't play a creature, so I'm gonna hedge my bets, play another 1-drop and a tapper. But first, I'm gonna attack him for 1 and see if he, like, shocks my guy. Forget what spells he actually has in there that cost 1, but I'm sure there's at least one mana burn spell. Alright, so here we go. 2/1 creatures, so I'll be able to attack for 4 next turn, and a tapper to make sure that he can't block next turn. This is actually a very good hand for this deck. But I've drawn very good hands and been completely hosed by something or other before, so I don't want to get too cocky. I did miss a land drop here, but, what do I want to do? I know what I want to do. I'm going to start by attacking with everyone. This will deal him 5 damage if he doesn't kill one of my guys with, like, Incinerate or something. Just naming burn spells for people who've never played Magic the Gathering. And a burn spell, you know what, I'm planning on putting annotations on these, so I'm going to let the annotation tell you. If it hasn't already, it might have. Alright, so, you know, here's a trusty machete. It's equipment I used in one of those tutorial games. And, here's another tap. And, before I pass this turn off to my opponent, I'm going to have to end this episode. But at any rate, it looks like win or lose, I'm probably going to finish this game in the next episode. So, join me then, and see what happens.